influence you. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guest. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree in the wilderness of North Amex, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson.
The sorcerers from Corsica, killer tonics, sticks and drums like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers, fabric softener. Jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch storage type. For that soft white, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, the scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descended of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom. Bless.
Crumb TV.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Know the Ledger 444. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, and I am here with a packed house, a panel of gods and goddesses, man. Look at this. Look at all of this beauty right here, huh? Oh, man. Everybody, please introduce yourself one by one. We're going to go in order from right to left, or from your left to my right.
I guess it start with me. Okay. All right. Welcome everybody. My name is Asha, aka Charlotte, aka the Chocolate Therapist, coming from Charlotte, North Carolina. Here to bring peace and light to this event and support it in all the ways possible on this journey. So thanks for having here, licensed clinician, spiritual healer, shamanic healer. So here to bring balance, peace, mind, body, and spirit. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the platform. Welcome to Know the Ledger. Welcome home.
Thank
You know what I mean? Make yourself comfortable. You could take your shoes off. And yes, let us continue.
Mhm.
Peace and love, family. Latifah Foster. I am a Reiki master and Tantra practitioner and cardiologist and overall spiritual, authentic healer. I am just coming to bring some good vibes, energy work, balancing of your chakras, looking into more authentically who you are and not necessarily who they programmed you to be. You have a blueprint that you came here with. And so I help people get back to what that original blueprint is and connect back to themselves. So looking to connect with, you all and enjoy this energy and this information that we'll be receiving at the event. So I'm super excited.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you and welcome. We are excited we are enthusiastic to have you. We look forward to the experience that we will be having this Saturday, this Sunday, and this Monday in North Carolina, in Polkton County, at Coble's Landing on sovereign land, okay, black owned land,
Yes.
Moorish owned land, you know what I'm talking about? Indigenous owned land, off grid, out of them people's way and whatnot, away from the distractions, away from the low frequencies, away from the electric grid and whatnot, away from all of that, just in a different place. So it is yeah, it's our honors to have you in the building to join us. All right. So we
Ashe.
have, yes, Ashe.
Say peace and some guys.
Sister Sabali,
Peace,
greetings.
peace, y'all. Greetings.
Hey.
I am Sabali, the somatic spiritualist. I am so grateful to be here with y'all this evening and looking forward to this strong end. I am so excited for bringing together the energy. I am just ready to be able to share my gifts, my talents, my abilities with everybody and receive from y'all as well.
Indeed. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. I am honored. We are honored to have you. We look forward to having you in the building so you can activate the gods and the goddesses who will be
Mhm.
coming far and beyond to be a part of this monumental experience and this emergence. Honors. Sister Vanessa,
Reading a little bit. Yeah, reading.
yes. Sister Vanessa, your microphone may be muted.
Yeah, I'm skipping. I don't see if I'm skipping. Like she moving.
Internet may be slow.
Okay, might be that.
Okay.
We'll come back to Sister Vanessa. We're gonna go to Sister Ginger.
Peace, peace, everyone. I could not be more enthusiastic about this next 72 hours. It's going to be, well, this 72-hour event. I mean, just being here in the presence with you guys has me just, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I mean, I'm ready to go. I
Yes.
think the purpose and the role that I play is really trying to determine how we can utilize this new technology to bridge the digital gap in our communities. We need to ensure that our students are coming out more than AI literate. Our people who are currently in jobs are coming out that 70% of they did a study, and out of the 1,200 people that they did the study with, the CEOs, 70% of them said that they would not promote anyone who was not AI literate. So when you're looking at those types of numbers and the fact that for many of us, we're behind the ball, I think there's an urgency that we jump in, get these 72 hours, no matter what city or state that you're in, so that you can at least compete at your job. If you're not even interested in being promoted, at least you're in a position to compete. So I think it's very important that we balance the spiritual and this AI and understand that AI is our friend. It is not the enemy.
Mhm.
So I'm so
Mhm.
looking forward to the 72-hour event, and I'll pass the mic.
Alright.
It's on me, it's being.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see all y'all too, though. Or is it on me? Cause it's just the cameras rotated on my screen.
No, go ahead. You there? Go ahead, brother. Please go ahead.
Right, man. Peace to the
In
family, man.
honor.
Peace to you and yours, man. You know what's going on, man. It's the Silicon Valley Savage himself, man. The founder, maker himself, man. Everything AI, robotics, tech, and software, we will own it. It will be in the palms of our hands because the ancient technology and the ancient intelligence, the true intelligence, accelerated intelligence is truly in our minds. And it's time to go ahead and get attached to the proverbial rocket ship. So peace to you and yours in the next 72, or the strongest of all strong ends 2026. Clause 72, man. I'm bringing it, man. Full throttle. You know what I'm saying? We will be free because they can't keep all the technology. You feel me?
Yes,
Spin.
indeed. Yes, indeed. My brother Spin, he got the keys to the Nebuchadnezzar, and he got the keys to the handcuffs and the chains and the
Come
ankle
on, man.
bracelets and the monitors and all of that. He could help free a lot of people off the plantation. I've watched this brother break the chains for many people. I've watched this brother activate, and I watched him in the accelerator accelerate both his learning, and high tides raise all ships. I was able to benefit from the brother's learning and his demonstration. So what he's going to be bringing to the boot camp, I already know. Y'all don't even know what's in store, but definitely prepare yourselves and strap in. All right. So we're going to pass the mic to Sister Vanessa, if her mic is working.
Every
Okay.
time I was pushing the mute button, it wouldn't unmute. So, peace and blessings. My name is Vanessa L. Brown. I am the owner of Soul Wellness and located here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a demonic as well as a reader. So I'm just looking forward to this being
It's
able to
chopping up.
come and
Yeah.
learn from everyone, and then also to be available to
Sister Vanessa, your audio for some reason was choppy on my end. I'm not sure if I was the only one that heard it like that,
Mhm.
but I would
Sister
love for
Vanessa,
it to.
she always operating on that high frequency. She always shutting down
Right,
technology.
right. Some people are so high frequency that they short
Yes.
circuit the electronics. It's inferior to their energy. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm looking at a very powerful being right here, and I would ask you to ask the permission of the microphone and whatnot to work for you. But it's a little choppy.
She's trying.
If you keep getting electrocuted, that means that you are very charged up. There's a lot of people that I know like that. They'll electrocute you if they touch you. You know,
Hmm.
they're just
That's me.
electrocuting people.
Well, I chill,
Okay.
but
Hmm.
if you ever in Nashville, get some of that blue dirt because that'll help you.
Mm. Blue
Yeah,
dirt.
Nashville blue dirt even though it ground you, it's semi-electrical, so it'll
Mm.
help ground you and whatnot. You'll see it like downtown Nashville. They got plenty of blue dirt. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, I'll try to remember and bring you some because you're coming out, right? So
Yes.
I'll try. I shall. Yeah, I'll try to remember and bring you some,
Okay.
sister. So yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
amazing dirt. I talked to Dr. Phil Valentine. He said that's the only dirt that's electrical. Like
Mm.
that.
Mm.
So
So it's different than the red dirt in the country. They like to eat the red
yeah,
mud and the blue
it's
dirt, two
different.
different
It's
elements
real
of,
different.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then
Can you tap into that science behind eating the red mud? Because I've heard many people talk about that.
Well, you know what? I'm from the South down here, but I'm still a city South from Charlotte. So I know that's up there in Polkton. When you go to the land, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find a lot. So I just know it has a lot of minerals in it that
Yes.
often people really go to this mountain and really eat. I how some people like eat the starch, something about it. It's the same thing that can help replenish certain mineral deficiencies.
Pull certain heavy metals out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all red no, it's glorious red mud and red soil all through the back of the HQ over here. I usually ground with it. Put my hands in there. You know, I'm talking about. Sometimes I get a jar and I have some other ingredients in there and I put it in my tubs and my skin been more golden than ever. I grabbed some the other day and seen so much gold and red. I mean, it looked like my skin. When they tell you that
Right.
we from the ground, I'm talking about when they say that, what I'm saying, true children of the surface for real. So yes, plenty of red mud out here. Feel like grabbing some now that y'all speaking on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, they'll bottle that mud up and sell it to you inside of these boutiques for
Oh
Mm-hmm.
top
yeah,
dollars.
we got plenty
Yeah,
of
for
that.
top dollars. Yeah,
You need to
they'll
come tell
make
me
it look like
everything next to the fire pit, quarter acre back is all red and good.
that's a perfect segue to a question that I would love to pose to the entire panel, right? In the last few years, I would say in the last decade, things that we used to walk right past and overlook, like sage, like amethyst, quartz, what they would call precious stones and whatnot, copper, right? I remember people would just be walking around copper and giving it away, right? Copper, precious stones, things that we originally were cherishing, but they used to be one man's treasure is another man, one man's trash is another man's treasure. That proverb comes to mind, right? So people used to look down on the things that they look up to these days. I want to ask everybody on the panel, have you witnessed that? Have you bared witness to it? Have you personally experienced it with something that you cherished and something that you hold a value to, whereas people are now beginning to see the value in it and thus seeing the value in you, right? So can y'all share any experiences of the nature that you've experienced with that? I'll
I'll
start with
start.
Asha.
Okay. I think like doing this work as an energy practitioner, when I first started doing this back in 2000 and 2010, it was the woo woo, what you into, that type of thing. And it was something that found me, it sought me out. And like I said, the changes and releasing indoctrinations, because like I said, I grew up Presbyterian. So when I first heard about energy work, I'm like, whoa, what is this? And the common thing is people of color that we often say is, I don't know what this is. This looks like some white people stuff. And I automatically shut it down. But it continued to call me. And I think being persistent and applying it to myself now is a thing to be able to have community of understanding importance. I incorporated in my profession as a licensed clinical therapist the aspect of the metaphysics of energy and the channel beings that we are, and how that can help us balance ourselves. And like we're often just oversensitive, taking in too much information. So it's been beautiful at this point in time of seeing the growth of acceptance and understanding. And even when situations like this call to say, hey, we're the energy healers, we can show up because now it's being received, it's being understood, and it's still more to educate people. So as an energy worker, it's always just showing up in light. It's not always to have to prove or to teach, it's just to be.
Right.
And that's what energy is. So it's a blessing to be able, when you said that, hey, we got a tribe here that's ready to show up and ready to do the work. So I think in that aspect, being persistent, and I'm a manifestor generator and I'm a visionary. So when I see stuff, I realize often I'm ahead of the game. So it's pretty good to know now that I'm in the right game. So that's been a blessing to stand grounded in what you get, even if those around you don't understand it. It's
Right.
still being your own truth and walk in it. So
Beautiful, beautiful. All right,
Um,
Sister Latifa.
Brother Red,
Okay. Yes.
let me just because I'm the Husiku Ill family, formerly of the
Yes.
Reading Stone
Introduce
Network,
yourself, my good brother.
and so I'll be the person when you come on the land that'll be helping because I'm my gift builds me around help you connect with nature. So I'll not only be helping you with your animal totems, I'll be helping you with the walk the medicine wheel, and I'll be helping when you go into the lodge. I'll be doing the fire, but I'll have somebody doing the lodge on the inside so you can connect inside the sweat lodge to your animal totem if that's something you want to do for your first time. I have some books and literature so you can study that, read a little bit more about that animal totem, and
Real,
hopefully,
real quick, brother Usiku. I don't even think they know about the Sweat Lodge because I did not necessarily share the itinerary yet with everyone. I'm gonna do that tonight. But
okay.
yeah, let them know about the fact that we have a sweat lodge. And also, I want the ladies to let the family know what do they have to look forward to, and what are y'all gonna bring to this event, and the significance of what it is that you'll be bringing to the event.
Okay, and then the one more thing, and then I'll get out the way. You said something I overlook, and I got one white friend, right? We talk once a year. He's like, always, you still hugging trees, like that. And so that's something we overlook when I was a kid. The ancestral power of a tree is very, very deep, and so and when you
Very
get to
deep.
Kobe's Landing, it's gonna be a lot of trees you can hug out there. And I
And they
yield.
gonna talk to you.
Yes,
Hold on,
sir.
hold on. I'm sorry. Real quick, break down about the land. I need you to just give them a quick breakdown of the land, the history of the land, the age of the land, things of that nature.
Wow, let's get deep. I wish Rex was here. I know the county was what he was saying. The county was formed before America was formed. So
Right.
if this
I
is our
said that.
250 years with the United States of America, then Anson County, which was a huge, huge county, was formed. And and we have there was a significant number of people, color melanated people that was in Anson County at the time. So I met Rex's cousin my third time, it's my second time there, and we were just talking, right? And we were talking about. I was like, "Well, damn, how much is rent?" And she's like, "What do you mean rent? All our family own our land here." You know what I mean? And it was profound. You know what I mean? Because it was like, wow, I'm 20 miles from Charlotte, technically, and black folks have sustained that long in that community. You see what I mean? And so now Rex went back and got his family land, and you see, and then he's following his ancestral call to bring us Kobe's landing. He's definitely following, and he's definitely blessed, and that's one of the reasons why I support the brother like I do.
Mhm. I see.
Definitely. Appreciate that, my good brother. Um, who do we have next that was gonna answer the question?
I can answer.
Yes,
Uh,
thank you.
So I feel like, as far as energy work is concerned, it's something that people are opening up themselves to more. It is something that I started unknowingly. It's been something that I've had my whole life. I'm sure a lot of people can also attest to that. The power of the touch and being able to help shift people's energy fields with your hands, with your presence, with you being around them, having a calming, a grounding effect. Um, there is energy at play always, even if we don't know, the technical terms and how these things affect us in our lives. But being able to lay hands on people has been something that I've been able to do for a long time. And then I learned, that there was a way to be able to send energy. And so I learned about that, I would say, in about I had a Reiki session, I would say, with this sister in New York when I was living there, and I didn't know anything about it. I would say that was probably like maybe 2009, something like that. And then to have the energy come back up in 2017, that's what made me move forward, because I really understood that there's a ability to be able to heal your body through energy. I had gotten into two car accidents in New York before I moved to Charlotte in 2016. And I had a shoulder injury. It was not something that, I was able to continually get physical therapy for. But when I went to Charlotte and I met a sister and she taught me about Tantra, and I had an energy session on the table, one of the intentions that I set was to heal this shoulder. And when I got off that table 45 minutes later, I was literally able to swing my arm in a full circle. I felt like I could go out and play a baseball game, and I was not able to do that prior to that. That led me into learning about Reiki and how energy work works. And I've pretty much been pushing this the whole time since 2017, because I really
Ashe.
want our people to understand
Ashe.
that this is not a game. This is not something, this is not woo woo. This is the energy that is
Yeah.
present all around us, is literally able to heal your body. And so this is
Right.
something that I'm super passionate about, and it's what I'm going to be bringing here and sharing with people. And we'll have individual sessions that we can do with people. We'll also be doing group energy work, and it's powerful to have some real live Reiki masters come and put their energy together while you sitting in a circle and absorbing all of the clearing and the grounding and the clarity and the love that is going to be present when that energy is being sent. So I'm super excited to really just be able to share my gift and just my passion of being able to help people realize this healing energy and even activate it within themselves. So super, super.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me not only are people coming out here to learn about a claw bot, but they finna be in the circumference of some healers? What the? What the? Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
telling me that we finna be on sovereign land,
Ooh,
out of the white folk gaze,
ooh,
away from the white folk, on sovereign
Activating.
land,
Yeah.
talking
mm.
about technology, but getting and tapped into healing technology, huh? Divine
Mhm.
feminine healing technology before we tap into anthropics technology. Man, this is something else, boy.
Ooh.
I don't think I've seen this before. I can't. I don't think I don't recall being in an environment like that. But
That's why you
let us
come into the Queen City and around the surrounding area. That's what this is about.
it would be a crime against humanity for any black man anymore, any group of men, any group of people to come into Queen City and not tap into the Queen's energy of the Queens who made Queen City what it is. Because let me tell you something. If people was around the world talking all of that talk about Charlotte as Queen City and it was a bunch of kings there, y'all would get, nobody would be responding. But the
Yeah.
response is because it's on brand. There's something going on in that. I'm saying in that state. I'm
Mm.
saying the Carolinas, North and South, to be honest with you, but definitely the energy of the black woman in North Carolina, that corridor that you got to drive through before you hit
Hmm.
Georgia. There's something about that energy in that low country. There's something about that energy in that land with that red rice, y'all. It's hard to explain. I'm telling you, but it's in the air and whatnot. So we are going to charge up the grid. We're going to charge up the air. We are going to activate groups of people in ways that they probably have been yearning to be activated in a very long time. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I have a big announcement to make, and that announcement is that we are selling individual tickets. We were selling the whole thing as a 3-day experience, but because of so many emails and so many requests and so many people that said, bro, I won't be able to do it on this day. I'll be able to do it on that day, though. I'll pull up. I'm in Charlotte. I'll drive up and just come and tap in with y'all. I just want to get in touch. I want to see what's going on. I want to get some healing. I want to get some food. I want to get some training. I want to get some workout. I want to activate my claw bot. So if you scan that QR code right there on the screen, that QR code right there on the screen, the white QR code, H Factor. Oh, I'm sorry. I see H Factor in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, bring it to the stage the one and only H Factor, our drill instructor. All right. The H Factor from Farmy, K.L.A.W.S, and a few other brands. Scan the
Can I,
QR code, ladies and gentlemen. Get your ticket. We will see you in the building. We have live stream available and we have IRL. You could be in the comfort of your home, and for 8 hours, you could be receiving information that you've never received before, and you will be able to apply that information right away. Brother H Fact in the building. Peace, love, and light.
peace to the fam,
What's
peace
going
to
on?
everybody. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Yes, you're coming through crispy, my good brother.
Good. I'm in the lab, obviously working on some stuff for the farm, but I'm hearing everything. I'm excited for this contribution and see what comes out, man. Charlotte, Queen City, for real.
With the look, with the queens at the gates, opening up the way. You feel me? Like I feel like I feel like Mufasa. Like I feel like we are coming to America for real, bro. Like what better way than to be ushered into Queen City, into North Carolina, than by the goddesses who will open up the gates and say, "Welcome, come and do the work. We've been waiting for you." My good brother H Factor is a West Point graduate. He's not just a regular superhero; he's a super coach, and you know what I mean. So he is going to bring the aspect of what we call the boot camp and the drill instructor culture. The brother and Blue Pill are very known for their workout regimen. He's also going to be bringing real life sustainability in this technology called food, right? The technology called food, all right, and agriculture and horticulture. He's mastered that. But H Factor, I want to start out by asking you, what do you plan on bringing to the family in regards to the early regimen of what we call wake up and work up?
Oh man, you know, waking up early is critical to how you set your circadian rhythm, right? You want to beat the sun up, and you want to uh, already put in your sacrifice before the
Yes.
sun even comes up, so that you're available for that sunrise to sun gaze and activate your melanin. And your melanin is more involved in your recovery more so than your workout. You see what I'm saying? The melanin is the healing. So when that sun rises and you activate that melanin, you're healing yourself from stress, from cortisol,
Right.
from all these other different things. So that morning routine is critical. It's critical. And and it's cumulative. How you look right now is a result of the mornings that you have or have not put in the past. So it's truly about, respecting your machine, right? Respecting your your motherboard, respecting your hard drive, respecting your equipment, and giving it the right software.
Right.
Giving it the right food. Food is software, and you put the right software in your body, and you can totally upgrade your DNA, right? So, teaching about broccoli microgreens, sunflower microgreens, teaching about the right mushrooms, teaching about, the right stuff that we get from the earth that totally changes your code, right? And when your code is different, instead of being Chat GPT-1, you start performing like Clawbot.
GPT
You see what I'm
five.
saying?
Right. Right. Oh, like Globite. Right.
Like a Clawbot. You know what I mean? And that is that way with the body. Like there's certain, you know, broccoli releases sulforaphane. That's an upgrade. Turkey tail mushroom releases PSP and PSK. That's an upgrade. You see what I'm saying? So for us, it's about getting these software upgrades in our life, physically as we're doing it. Also with the technology, don't treat your tech better than you treat yourself. So I look forward to that. I look forward to the challenge. I look forward to brothers and sisters who want to be challenged. And
You're a little choppy.
said I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing people that desire to be challenged, and we're gonna see what we can do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, we definitely look forward to your demonstration. Um, you know, multiple angles that I see you taking for the 72 boot camp. And yeah, it's gonna be a movie. So I definitely look forward to it. What
Good.
is some of the give me three things that you would tell anybody that's going to attend that they should be looking forward to when when they tap in with you?
Look forward to uh, challenging yourself to getting up early. I know this is maybe a late night crew. I don't know. But I imagine that the biggest challenge is going to be that alarm clock, getting up and being prepared to go boot camp style. You know,
Yes,
I
and
think
we
that's what people will remember the most. Uh, no disrespect to the amount of information and classes and all of that, but if we really wake up and kick our own butts and really challenge ourselves, I think that'll make, some permanent core memories for the amount of effort that we're about to put in into making our businesses better, making our lives better, making our lives easier. But your life will never get easier if you're not healthy, you know?
right.
Uh, Regardless of how many AI chats you got going, if you're not healthy, bro, it's not going to be worth it. So we gotta stay on top of this. We gotta be, the example. We gotta be the change that we want our people to see.
That's a fact. That is a fact, my brother. I appreciate that. Um, Sister Ginger,
Yes.
I want to have the conversation. I want to continue the conversation that you were having about the research that you were doing in regards to unemployment or rather reemployment. What is your humble opinion based off of the research that you were doing that somebody who may be unemployed or or looking for employment right now, um, using AI, right? Utilizing the AI tools,
Mhm.
what would be your advice to anybody that, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna just add this on, somebody who came from corporate America, who
Mhm.
understands systems, who has the lexicon or the lingo and the expertise. They are experts in certain categories. What would
Mhm.
be your advice to them right now, utilizing
My
AI back in the game?
my advice would be to invest at least a half hour a day learning and acquainting yourself with different types of AI. Everyone knows about ChatGPT, but there's so many other AI systems that can be used to, it just saves time. Like I called you the other day, I said, look, this is how it went down. Look, I got a phone call. It said, look, I've got this project. I want to bring you in on it. This is what I need. I turned to Red and say, look, there's this project. If we can show up and show out just in the proposal, I know we have a great chance of getting the job. Within 3 hours, we had vetted out a 34-page proposal that was unbelievable. Like it was, we showed up and showed all the way out. What distinguishes you and makes you different than all the other companies that are vying for the job, right? Efficiency, how quickly you can get things done. When you can either show your current employer or a potential client the efficiency of using AI and how you have mastered, because it's, the thing is, AI is not difficult. The hardest part about AI is getting over the fear. That's the hardest part because a lot of people have a lot of religious beliefs around AI and what it represents on this planet. But we've been utilizing AI for so long, people don't even understand that. When you call on your phone and things are automated, that's artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? When you can order tickets and things like that online to a certain degree, those things are artificial intelligence. So there's nothing to fear. We've been using AI. Now it's in the hands of the average person, right? So the average person has to really decide for themselves if you're going to get on the train or if you're going to get left, because the train is moving. It's moving and it will not wait. It's not like no if you're not ahead or getting there right on time, you will be left. And if you're left in this new paradigm of employment and entrepreneurship, you will not be able to compete. And that's honestly the truth. You must invest half hour to an hour a day, just acquainting yourself with some aspects of AI. For example, if you're a nurse, there is AI technology that is specifically meant for nurses. Get you a free app. Just acquaint yourself with what the latest technology is and how it can make you shine and stand out over other nurses. If you're a teacher, Lord, oh, for teachers, it's unbelievable. Like the sky is the limit. I have seen teachers create lessons that just blow the students' minds. Can you imagine if you were taught history? Look at this lesson about the Moors just right in back of you. Can you imagine if somebody brings your school lessons to light like this?
I think you froze up a little bit here.
Students where they are. So in doing that, we have to utilize AI to meet the students where they are. In construction, there are all kind of apps now being used in construction to make the job more efficient. I cannot think of a single aspect or job or career that you couldn't use AI in. Like it runs the gamut. So no matter where you are in your entrepreneurial or in your career, you can find a way to make yourself stand out from everyone else by being the first one to use certain technology on your job. So I think it just runs the gamut of how you can secure job security for yourself by always being ahead of the curve with AI. So that's it. If you have any questions, just you feel free to. I use AI all day, every day, and
Thank you.
I use
Good.
it. Yeah, I use it all day, every day.
Thank you
Different
so
types. I
much.
use it in different aspects of the day. Different types of
Right.
AI technology.
And I'm gonna come back with a question about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask it right now. It's a two-part question.
Hmm.
Um, I noticed that when we were sitting down doing the job together,
Hmm.
there was a formula at hand that I would encourage everybody to follow or to implement. Right? It's a three-way. It's a three-man formula. It takes three. You know how they say it takes two? Well, it takes three in this formula. It's the AI, right? The AI is one of the characters or one of the players in the formula. So the AI is artificial intelligence. It's a persona machine, sort of like a think slot machine in Vegas, right? Or think a wheel that you can turn that has 99 different personas on it, right? And based off of the interaction that you have with the machine, it will summon different personas. It's called the large language model. So it works off of the English language. It works off of words rather than numbers and whatnot. So the LLM or the large language model chatbots like Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini, they're trained to make sure they're trained to determine based off of how you type or the words that you use when you type your level of intelligence.
Mm.
Just your keyword strokes will tell it your level of intelligence because based off of a person's level of intelligence, it comes out in their language. It comes out in their stroke. It comes out in what the words that they use when they prompt the machine. It could tell if you're an expert in the said subject based off of the words that you use when you prompt it, and it will switch into said persona and respond to you accordingly. If a 5-year old goes to ChatGPT and asks about heart surgery, it already knows based off of the way that the question was put together, that's a 5-year old or somebody on a 5-year old level, right? And it will respond to that 5-year old with an answer that a 5-year old could understand versus somebody who has 5 years in a PhD program, because the person who has 5 years in a PhD program is going to prompt it, is going to ask it something, is going to talk to it in languages that the intelligence knows. This person knows what they're talking about because they're using the language, the lexicon, and the keywords that people in this profession use. So the expert, who's the human being in the subject, an expert in the subject matter, the artificial intelligence and then the client, which is the third party. That's the formula right there. So you're expert in something, you have the AI right here, and then somebody is sitting with you and they're trying to figure out something, and you're the interpreter to ask the AI. So they get the best out of they get the best from the money that they pay. Let's say that they book you for an hour, and you're sitting there and you're extracting the best results from the AI because you're the expert in the subject matter. So if they sat in front of Chat GPT, they'll get frustrated. They won't be able to, because they don't know what to ask it. They're not an expert in the subject, and the AI is going to give you minimal results if you're not the expert in that subject. If you are an expert in a subject, not only will you get maximum results, but you'll see the AI turn into a different type of machine than the average person who's like, man, that thing don't really doing, it don't be really doing nothing. It just be answering questions
May I?
because they're
May I?
not interfacing with it properly.
Today, I opened. We have an apprenticeship program, right? So today, I get something from the Department of Labor, and it says the they have just inserted 175 million and some bunch of numbers behind it worth of money that they're putting into the Department of Labor, right? To train 16 to 24-year-olds on what? How to use
Mm.
AI in various professions. So it is very much they are planning a future workforce that is
Mhm.
AI adapt. So, you know, that's a good thing because I think there's a lot of fear around people not having jobs. I think the only people who won't have jobs are people who have not adapted to AI because they're
Mm.
looking for a workforce
That's
that
true.
is trained in AI.
That's deep. So I have a question in my knowledge of this because I really feel like as much as I thought that I was advancing some things with the AI, I'm still just on Chat GPT. So can you just give a little bit more info on what Claude does compared to Chat GPT? Because I feel like I'm already on the 8-track cassettes and y'all done moved on.
I'll
Right.
leave
Yeah.
it to the
So
experts.
think
Yeah.
Swiss Army knife. Think Swiss Army knife, right? So think like you have a screwdriver and then you have a Swiss Army knife. You have a blade and then you have a Swiss Army knife. So Claude is the Swiss Army knife to Chat GPT's blade.
Mm.
It doesn't it is not as yeah, Chat GPT is not as modal enough. So modal means that it has multiple quote unquote use cases. It does many different things. And Claude has a Trinity um approach. It's a it's a three-headed app. It's a three-headed app. So it has Claude Code, which is basically a coder. It does coding for you using the English language. You could build a landing page. I'm building landing pages right now for Claude for the Claude72.com. I'm building landing pages. I'm building I have something called Remotion setup, which is a skills. I'm basically just building out videos. I'm just typing it now. I'm not even creating it anymore. I'm thinking about it and I'm typing it and it's being created. I'm gonna show everything at the boot camp. But Claude is Claude Code. So think about Claude Code like you had the smartest engineer sitting right next to you, right? Think about Claude as the smartest. You were taking your SATs and the smartest kid in the school was sitting next to you, and the teacher did not turn around.
Mm.
But it's
The
also
teacher
I
had it.
love how you explained to me like sending out 100 agents. I think that's such a good analogy. Explain it like that too with the 100 agents.
Oh, definitely.
Hmm.
So right now with Clawbot, with Kimmy Claw, they have something called an agent swarm. Also with Claude with a D, You could also do the agent swarm. So the agent swarm is basically 100 different agents that will do anything in your beck and call to complete a task for you, right? The world that we lived in before that happened was we were getting up and we were doing tasks for people. That's what the workforce was. They had 100 of us waking up, pulling up, and they was like, you do this, you do that, and you do that. And they sent us on missions. They sent us to do things. So many single parents, so many parents, so many family people, married couples with children, so many married couples without children are somewhat fatigued these days because they're just reached a certain point where they're like, I am being pushed to do so much. So many people are depending on me. So many people are putting me to work. Now you could put the agents to work. You could put 100 agents. It's called an agent swarm. They could swarm for you 100 times a day and do 100 things for you. It's not restricted to one thing. You could put 100 swarms. So imagine if there was a group of men and women, because I don't want to exclude a group of men and women. They were healing. They were getting catering for some beautiful goddesses. They were lifting up their spirits every rising, right? And then there was 100 people. They were getting in front of a computer and taking care of those 99 problems that Jay-Z was rapping about just every day. They were just 100 people tackling one, they call that hacking and whatnot. 100 people using 100 computers that have 100 agents a piece on them. They would do 100 agent swarm tackling 100 problems a day. And then
Those
monetize that, of
being
course.
those problems being like posting for you, posting on all the different, creating your marketing and posting for you online. That's the type of task.
Spin,
Y'all,
please add on.
yeah, I have to, y'all. And it's no, hey, my brother be spitting, my sister Ginger be spitting. The thing about AI is it is a tool for the level that you're at. Because I'm hearing that a lot. Okay, I only got Chat GPT. You only got Chat GPT, and it's not a knock against you. You just only have Chat GPT because that is the tool that you can use every day and be good. The reason why I need Manus and I need Claws and I need this and I need that is because I'm spin. I'm on level 15 when it comes to AI, robotics, tech, and software. So I need everything. Some people that don't post online actually won't need, you know what I'm saying? And again, it's not a knock, but you won't need an agent swarm because you don't have 100 different things to worry about. The thing about an AI tool is let it be an advancement to the brain that you have. Do not feel that you're behind, right? Because when we go and teach you to claw, the thing is you're gonna find the level that you're at in every piece that you truly need. Because sometimes, right, if somebody is not in the film industry, they might never use Hicksfield. We done spoke about Hicksfield for 2 straight years, and I spoke to somebody the other day. They was like, "Oh well, I never really got to that Hicksfield," and it made me say, "You know what? I'm getting it." Because a carpenter comes out there and they need a hammer and a saw and a level and a ladder and a leather belt. And then you come out there as a cement mason and say, how come I don't have a hammer and a level and a 2x4 and a ladder? And because you don't need the same tools as everybody else. If you find yourself on Chat GPT and it is working, AI is way too fast. AI is way too vertical to say, why is everybody jumping over here? What can I find myself into getting confused with? You know what I mean? And it might actually take you from a deep amount of memory that you might miss. Don't get that stuff misconstrued, y'all. We have got to be careful when selecting these technological tools. These are tools from the gods, yes. But if they do not fulfill your purpose, do not get AI shiny shit syndrome. You know what I mean? So just hearing everybody bounce back and forth, 4.7 opus, woody woo. And that's the thing. We're speaking it in English. But most of the stuff that I'm usually saying, that Red is usually saying, everybody's sitting back like this. Me and Red are, man, quantum computing came out. Yeah, good Gemini quantum computing. We having a party. Yeah, and everybody's like, man, what's quantum computing? And what can I do with it? Okay, we got Manus. Yeah, we got Manus. And it's back there on meta ads. Like, I've never ran a meta ad in my life. So I'm just saying all that to get the big picture of grabbing the tool and getting comfortable with the tool that works for you. And when we teach you and you show and we show and you hear that, okay, here's a call bot and you're going to be able to put this, and this. You might not be a teacher that's teaching children. So why would you set your call bot up like a teacher? You might be that plumber of the future. And hey, I engineer robotics. My next thing is to go into home defense robotics, where I'm gonna have to use tools out of Gemini. I'm gonna have to get a bunch of tools out of Hugging Face, and code robo dogs and drones to protect your acres of land. Who else on the call is gonna need them same tools? You're not. So no shiny shit syndrome, man. When we show you and we teach you, find your level, find your tools, match them with your skills and your actual intelligence. You'll leverage the artificial intelligence, and now you will have accelerated intelligence. Man, peace to the God.
Yes.
That was
Peace
well
to the
said.
God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it goes in, if you're scared of it, then you're gonna kind of receive the same energy if you go in it with that concept. You get what you
Right.
get out of it. If that's your mindset, then that's kind of
Yeah.
what you can draw in.
And
Right.
Red said it is that you're gonna speak to a large language model. And if a 5-year-old, hey, ChatGPT, last time I seen Coco Melon, and then it said this, and Chat's gonna be like, okay, it's a 5-year-old. What do you think Claude Code's gonna do? And then you're gonna have this blasphemous application that does nothing. It has no real edge functions. It has no ladders, no completions, no guardrails. And now you're dealing with the mind of a, and it's not no knock on us. I'm a first grader in certain realms. I don't ask me to be a chakra therapist right now. Oh, Chat, how I be a chakra therapist? Oh, well, it's gonna give me a bunch of stuff. It's gonna be too long, didn't read. Well, I don't know what he even said in the middle, so I'm just gonna continue. And now I'm on the internet faking like I'm a chakra therapist, and I'm not. And then when I speak to Sister Ashna, she gonna say, "Boy, where'd you learn this shit at?"
Right.
What right, exactly. You gonna, man, what tool, who confused, who lied to you? So be extremely careful. And then I'm gonna say one thing on the fear thing. Listen, y'all. My father was a aircraft engineer for both the Navy and the Air Force. And he also said, he became a tech and an AI entrepreneur in his own right, hardware side more. And he said, son, he was in the military in the 70s. These airplanes take off and they go into autopilot because a human. And now imagine yourselves in your vehicles, because I love autonomous vehicles. I've been a part of them for a long time. Imagine yourself in your vehicle. You can't feel until the vehicle reports that your tire is flat. You cannot feel when something hits the door. You cannot feel when something hits the window because you are not the machine. Aircrafts have been thinking for humans ever since they got safe. AI is controlling each wing. AI is controlling the nose. AI is controlling the tail. AI is controlling the fuel. AI has been controlling aircrafts. And people have said, oh, man, it's the safest thing since airplanes are safer than cars. But my father was in there in the 70s saying that, son, a human cannot control the body of an aircraft. There has to be another intelligence doing it. So when you think that you fear AI and you've been on a plane, you have been sadly mistaken. Because the safest vehicle was the first true autonomous vehicle, AKA the airplane. Peace to them.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for that drop.
Yeah, man, we be doing AI Wimbledon over here. Check it out, right? I want to ask my practitioners a question that has been really on my mind lately. I've seen that there's been an uptick in mental health and, people online exhibiting mental health issues and whatnot, especially in this community, right? There's been people who have taken the leisure of utilizing plant-based medicines and turning that into turning something that was ceremonial into something that has been rather leisurely. I would say it turned into a leisurely thing. I'm in Atlanta and in the clubs with the 2 Chains and the rappers and whatnot, their drug of choice is mushrooms. Now, I'm not gonna get into a soapbox and I'm not gonna turn into the mushroom police. I would rather them be in the club on shrooms than to be in the club on heroin and to be in the
Mhm.
club on I'm just waiting for the music, to be honest with you. I'm waiting for the music. When did the breakthrough happen in the club? Because when I hit
Mhm.
some boomies and I went in the club, I was on Luther Vandross timing. So I'm like, that I'm like, I want to hear a 2 Chainz shroom song. Like, damn, you didn't
Mm.
record yet, fam? Like, it didn't happen yet. We're still waiting though. I mean, I guess they never make it to the studio. However, what would y'all say is what would your words of advice be to the people who are entering into consciousness and they are seeing that some people in this arena have mental health issues, and they have, even the people that are giving information, some of the teachers have mental health issues and whatnot, and exhibit delusions of grandeur, narcissistic personality disorders. Clinical things are at play right now on the internet, right? But nobody knows how to diagnose it. So they just, and we're living in the creator economy in the age of personality. So they like, yo, that's a funny foul nigga. That's just a
Mhm.
weird, strange girl. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that people are clinical. These are walking cases. So what would some advice be for those that are out there with, and is that also signs of possession?
Um, I would say as a mental health clinician, I think what we're dealing with now, I feel like we're different beings. We're in a different time era. So one of the
Mm,
things I had to understand as a clinician is I had to step out the box of traditional theories that were taught to me in grad school that took place in 1800 or something that does not apply to the civilization of people now.
that's
So
right.
I had to apply practices that made sense to me. Being a out the box person, I was always the one in the closet doing tarot cards with my crystals, and so it was a thing of being in certain environments and still dealing with not feeling accepted because you think out the box, but it's really the basics of the box. And so many of us are stepping out of the norm. So I would say in mental health, the only way that I am still doing therapy now, I was burnt out with the old approaches. I stopped doing when I became an energy practitioner, just started doing wellness services until
Mm,
another clinician said, "We need you." And I was afraid to step out because I'm like, how people going to receive me? They think I'm woo woo. But I incorporate the metaphysics and the root causes of issue into mental health because what I'm seeing, a lot of people really don't have mental health issues. They're like
right.
imbalances. A lot of us ancestrally, we're waking up. Many of us are not focusing on a blue-eyed Jesus to get salvation. We're calling
Mm-hmm.
in ancestors now. So this ancestor energy is activated in our DNA. So even when I work with clients and I ask about mental health history, about family, and if they say they may have a mother that was schizophrenic, the way I think now is like, somebody had a gift that they weren't able to tap into, and it's
Right.
so
Turned on.
powerful, it kind of goes imbalance. And so to me, that means they had an open chakra that's just too wide open. It's like I want to grab their feet and root them, but they want to be in other dimensions. So it's like, how dare we keep them in the dimension they don't even feel comfortable because they're in other realms. So it has to be a different level of understanding. And this is a culture to quickly put a label. I hear all the time, oh, they're narcissists. They're narcissists. There's no such thing as a narcissist. It's a personality disorder with narcissistic traits. But we have to
Right.
be careful of what we put out there and create. Because if we keep saying they're a narcissist, they're a narcissist energy wise, we create that physical being. So I just feel like we have to look at all aspects of everything and not, we just can't do mental health. It's not all just psychotherapy, because my thing, if you're not in your body and you're dealing with traumas, you can't process life. You don't understand your purpose, you disconnected. So the energy work to me is the basis for all healing. We got to get you in your body to feel safe and secure before you can process your emotions and your healing. And if most trauma occurs in BIPOC or color community of color, then there's a lot of trauma, unprocessed trauma that is occurring, which is causing the health issues and the
Right.
autoimmune. So it's all interrelated. We can't really just say mental health. We can't just say that. And then I'm just going to pass it on to Latifa because her work with Tantra, the sexual energy. If we don't understand the energy, and the closest thing to God is the orgasm, and if we're not taught that in the church, we're to repress it. Not That's where the healing really begins. That's how we got
Mm,
here. So all the things we were taught that was taboo is what we need to
right.
tap into now. And so I'll pass that on to Latifah because sexual energy, mental health energy, it all starts to play into one with that. So that's just my approach to how the energy work can help eliminate the need for medication. Not saying meds are not beneficial, but learning the alternatives. And I'm a plant lover. I'm a medical cannabis advisor. I'm a psychedelic assisted therapist, and I hate in North Carolina, neither one of those services can be offered. But I will say a 7 gram journey of shrooms is like a year of therapy. And that's all
Mm.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna pass that on to Latifah.
No doubt.
Definitely. So I would also add to what Asha is saying as far as like the conversations that we're having in our homes, especially when we're thinking that, you know, these children are coming in so close to their spiritual nature, coming in with a lot of these gifts that many of us possess, but because these conversations are not being had in the homes, because people have deemed these things to be, you know, beyond their capabilities to understand or tap into, these things are being suppressed. And many people, I was talking to some people in the car today when I was driving, and they were saying that, you know, their daughter is into crystals. They have a friend that they know that's a medium. And a lot of the times, like Asha said, people don't have mental health conditions. They have things that they've suppressed and no one was talking about it. So now they look crazy. They look like they're out the box when this stuff is happening with everybody. Now, the
Right.
children more so than anything, but when you're raised in an environment where you're not having the conversations about these experiences and what your aunt or your grandma or, you know, big mama was able to do, then it feels like it's something that you should hide and something that you should repress. And now it becomes this turmoil within your mind as you're looking to process yourself within this matrix paradigm of what they quote unquote say you're supposed to be doing. So I feel a lot of them times people need to talk to somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in networking sessions where I've connected with people in groups, and just the fact that I'm able to have the conversation with them, they're so excited. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's so amazing to talk to you! I can't believe you know what I'm talking." You know, people are they
Right,
really
right. They
want to express
elated.
this energy. Yes, they want to express this energy, but because these conversations are not being had, and if they are being had, they're only being had in these small groups with people who are just like you, who can have the conversation, then we're not broadening the scope. We're not allowing the people to have some place that they can come to, that they can find some type of refuge when they are even in these religious spaces. They're still having these experiences. But if you don't have somebody to talk to, and if somebody's always demonizing something, then you aren't going to talk about it anymore. You are going to suppress it, and it's going to disconnect you from the gift. And that's where the turmoil and the struggle comes from, because them same ancestors, them same spirits, they knocking on the door. They want
Right.
you to acknowledge them. They want you to get back to yourself. And the only way to be able to do that is to be able to have the conversation, because that's what people love. People want to talk about it, and it needs to be brought up more. And I'm glad that we're moving into this space where the conversations are being had. We do have the internet. So somewhere, somehow, you are going to find somebody that is literally going through the same experience as you, because there's nothing new under the sun. It's just different expressions of it in different places. So being able to come on here and then have people who create things for people who are like them, so that, you know, we could all meet up together and just have this experience, is what a lot of people need. Them people in the mental health hospitals, I'm sure they would be totally different if they had, you know, people
Mm,
who thought differently and
Right. And
actually
mm.
supported how
evaluate
they
them on a
thought.
different level.
That's
And
deep.
like it's just a lot going on. And then with the whole sexual energy of being in this particular not even this country, because it's going on all around the world, as we can see with everything that's being, you know, shown, just the way that they have perverted this sexual energy of ours and use the power of this sexual energy to do all kinds of things, to flip everything upside down, so that people are not now connected to themselves. It's we have to get back control of this, and this only comes through education, this only comes through sharing, this only comes through people actually being able to stand in that power that I am of themselves, and really get out here and let people know what it is you're doing. Damn all of that, people are going to say whatever they're going to say about me. It's time. We don't have any more time to play around, and this is the spiritual aspect of where we also need to be with this AI. This is all Neptunian energy. This is us digging into the waters and being able to pull something out. And so we have to be able to stand in that energy. The fact that we're in this Aries energy, you guys are having this particular event, like all of this stuff is divine timing and in alignment. And so like people really need to get a new idea, a new energy, a new spark, so that this can help fuel everything that we're doing here, so that we can shift this energy back.
That's it.
Man.
Yeah, y'all, I know she was going so crazy. Y'all, I got a move to make. I'm tapped in.
All right,
Crystal,
Stan, we see
on
you.
the good 72. I'm gonna show y'all exactly how to connect spirituality and the science and technology in a real way. AI, robotics, tech, software, hardware. I'm gonna make sure y'all lace from quantum computing to knowledge bases and AI edge functions. All right, peace to the family. Great to see y'all. I'll still be on the call in the chat. I'm gonna make a move, man. Peace and love.
All right, my brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Well,
All right. On Sunday, I believe the brother Spin will be teaching our online and also our IRL student body. I think around the hours of 3 p.m. I will be posting the itinerary up on the screen tonight to give everybody an idea of when everyone will be doing their thing. Sister Asha, you will be you guys, the team will be activating on Saturn Day, correct? That Saturn Day is your day.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. We'll be
Okay.
ready to
Okay.
ground
Okay.
and activate.
That's
You'll be
right.
active. That's
Saturn
right.
coming through.
That's
Good. I
right.
need to get some of this I need to get some of this electromagnetic pollution off of me.
Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna
perfect
say
time.
this, Ginger. I don't know if you've been have you been camping before, Ginger?
I have.
Okay, so I have to say that what I love going out to the grounds, because I was the sister last year that when my brothers mentioned going camping, I said, I ain't doing no damn camping. I ain't going out there in the woods. And then I realized what I was speaking, even as a Black female, it's like, this is one place I need to be out in. I need to know how to integrate it. So since then, it's like I never thought I would sleep so good being outside. And just the aspect of the feminine energy being okay with being in the woods, but even more because I'm always okay because it's masculine energy out there. But it is so healing, and I wish more women would release. I don't want to be out there with the bugs and be all hot and sweaty, because it may come a time that we got to be prepared. We got to be prepared in all elements. And I can honestly say I'm glad last year I started this camping journey. So when all this stuff started happening, whether the power was going to go out, let me tell you, I felt so proud to say I was ready. I got my cooking gear. I got my portable heater. I got the outdoor tent. I really feel prepared. So I'm always like to be one for the women to say, get out there in nature, go camping. It's therapeutic. We had a lady that came and had lymphedema, and we walked the trails out there. She had no swelling of the legs. Since then, she has not had issues with it. When we say nature can heal, that is really what we need more of.
We do need to hug a tree. Like people don't understand, like hugging trees and
dance with
walking without shoes on. Yeah, it's
Right.
powerful. Yes.
Oh, I see, Brother Jade. I'm glad you was able to get him in, Brother Phil. The masculine energy that would be there in Charlotte. He's the sound shaman. I'm glad he came in. Jay, if you just introduce yourself, I was wondering where you were as far as the team.
Peace, peace. Brother
Peace.
Jay, I am a Reiki master, sound healer, shamanic practitioner, chef, and artist extraordinaire all around. Definitely coming out to add to the energy and looking forward to being a part of things and holding it down.
But you always got to have masculine to ground you.
Always. You know.
Yes.
Well, I
Welcome,
just want to
Jay.
say one
Welcome
thing.
to the
If people,
platform.
I'm so sorry. Go right
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Red. No, go right ahead.
Yeah, no, I
Blessings,
was
brother.
just
Thank you for welcoming me.
welcome. Yes, yes, yes. I'm welcoming the good brother, rolling out the purple carpet and saying, welcome home. This feels like family. We are going to have a monumental experience on Colton's Coble's Landing, right? When the Nobles landing and Coble's landing. And yeah, I can't wait to Saturday, man. It can't come fast enough.
Mhm.
But go ahead, Ginger. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say for anybody that if they're not up for camping at night, there's so many activities during the day. Come
Mhm.
on out. There's so many wonderful activities. Starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, the sisters will be guiding us on this just beautiful journey of tapping into nature, tapping into spirit, tapping into community. And then we'll have our from 12 to 8, we'll have our immersion into this AI experience. And then we're going to rest, allow ourselves to rejuvenate, get up in the morning and start all over again with our healing. So I just think it's going to be an amazing experience. And there's something for everyone. There's something for everyone. So I welcome
It
everyone
definitely
to
is.
come out. Yes, get your tickets. I look, y'all. My mom is mad at me. She's not. She was coming. She's mad at me. She's not talking to me today. So I have to still make her get in the car because she cannot miss this experience. Like she was so hyped. Now she's not talking to me. I'm gonna have to go down and come on, mama, please. She cannot miss this experience.
You can't miss it. No.
She can
Right.
for all
There's
ages.
one. Yes. I do want to put it out there for anybody that's in the Charlotte area. We are looking for at least 3 volunteers. So if you're in that area, and we're looking for volunteers for the food. Okay. So if you are in the Charlotte area or any area close to Cobble's Landing, send me an email, and we have 3 slots open for volunteers. Reach out to us before Saturday. hmm And I do want to clarify that the sisters will be there at Saturday at 4 p.m. onward.
Oh,
Saturday early is going to be H Factor. He'll be the one dealing with the early regimen on Saturday. He'll be dealing with wake up and work up. And then from there, we'll be touching grass, doing a little bit of stretching, a little bit of just grounding, sun gazing, sunbathing, forest bathing, tapping in, and then at noon we begin. Let me pull this up. Let me upload the itinerary. At noon we'll be hitting the what you call it. That's when we'll start our lessons, our boot camp, getting into the technology. All right. Uh, 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 uh. I do want to pull this up real quick. I want you guys to let the family know where they can find you outside of the event, right? Because I know that for the people that'll watch the replay of this, they're just discovering your services, and they're just discovering you as a brand. So definitely let the family know if they can where they can find you, and if you're available to be booked to do events, you know what I'm saying, outside of North Carolina. Do you travel? Do you travel in groups? Is this a traveling service, et cetera, et cetera?
But since you got me up there on the screen, I am accessible on IG as the chakra therapist. You can reach me there or through my business tag of Ashakti Wellness, ASHAKTI Wellness. I am accepting clients out there for chakra readings, energy clearance, or for those that are wanting some plant medicine journeys with Hape or Sanaga, or starting that journey of having more understanding of plant medicine as well. Yes, I do travel, and often I do travel with my tribe in some capacity. I always believe that you come together to stay together, to hold space for others. So we do operate it as a group. I do also do public speaking, but yes, we tend to operate at least 3 to 4. That's how we tend to travel in that capacity of bringing different healing events because of our different areas of specialty. Whether some of us are yoga, some of us are the sound bowl healers. So we come together to give what the people need. So that's how you can find me, Asha Sims, but also known as the Chakra Therapist on IG.
Excellent, excellent. I feel like that should be a thing, man. You know, that should
Mhm.
definitely become a thing where every strong end sisters is in them airports. You know, because I
Mhm.
travel a lot. You know what I'm saying? And the sisters with
Mhm.
the furry slippers and the bonnets. You know, and the and nah, for real, in the pajamas, they deep. They're like they're getting booked. I don't know what's going on. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right.
I don't know what marketplace they attached to, but whatever it is, there's a convention every weekend because they got the little rolling suitcases, the furry slippers, and they're moving. You feel me? They got the little neck pillows and stuff like that. They cut through the airport. So I'm like, I want to see more brouhahas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
Absolutely.
yes,
oh, you
we
know what I
will.
mean? I want to see more Brujas, more
Mhm.
goddesses, you know, in the airport. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Moving
yes,
around with motion. If not in
that's
the
it.
airport, at least at the clear port, right?
That part.
So yeah, man, we gonna make it happen. It's gonna become a thing, you know?
Good.
It's gonna become a thing. But
That was a beautiful picture of you.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
it's so
Appreciate it.
pretty. Mhm.
Thank you.
yes, yes. I want to upload real quick. This is a little bit of the itinerary, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a little bit of synopsis as to what to look forward to. Um, you know, on Saturday we have the 8 a.m. wake up and work up, and we'll have HVAC as the drill instructor. 10 a.m. touching grass. Then we got lunch. 12 p.m. claws 72 boot camp. That's the claw activation, right? Will help you configure your claw bot. We're gonna give it a heartbeat. That's what they call it when it comes online. When you give it a heartbeat, 2:30, it will be dealing with skills and more skills. That's loading up your claw bot or loading up your whatever bot you decide that you're gonna get. We'll load it up with skills, basically beef it up. All right. We have a workbook on hand. In that workbook, we have a QR code. We also have prompts for you. Everybody will be working hand in hand. That's the way that we'll be locked in this boot camp. Once we get the skills, we're going to work from the workbook and we're going to start accomplishing things. And then from 7:30 to 8, day one of the boot camp will be complete. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll have some food. And then from there, we're gonna and there I've been talking to my team. We might switch the dinner to an earlier time. Um, but yeah, we will, you know, because everybody doesn't eat that late. But we're still working on that part. And from after that up until midnight, because I can't tell nobody when to go to sleep. But we know from midnight to 8 o'clock is the 8 hour recommended sleep time. So that is the times that we're gonna open the slot. We're gonna recommend that everybody turn down at midnight, leading into 8 a.m. But you may be tapping in. You may be in your, you might be in your chi. You might be in your nirvana. You know what I mean? You might be getting an energy bath or reading or Reiki or something. It's all on what you want to do. Everybody's responsible for their wake up, right? But you do have from 8 until midnight to network, to do work, you know what I mean? To tap in with the goddesses and whatnot, to dance if we want, to study, you know what I'm saying, to stretch, whatever you want. You could go to sleep right after if that's what you want to do. Sunday, same thing, 8 a.m. rising, wake up and work up. H Factor, who is the drill instructor. Then we have the 9 a.m. activation and emergence. 10 a.m. touching grass. 11 a.m. lunch, network, music, vendors. Going into 12, where we'll start the boot camp. We're going to bring on Mansa Muhammad, who's going to bring on quantum blockchain. He's going to help you with the quantum AI. Then we have H Factor coming in with the Farmy. Then we got Spin City coming in with New and Minty. Then we have that. Then we're gonna work. Then we're gonna bring in. I'm gonna come in. No, we're gonna work on the book and everything, and then the day will end. We have a DJ on Sunday for the after party. We'll be doing music. We might play some Voltron tracks, just new music, playlist and whatnot, and that will be Sunday. And then on Monday, Rising, Wake Up, Work Up, H Factor, the 9 a.m. activation, the emergence, 11 a.m. we have the lunch, the brunch, the music vendors, 11:30 announcements, orientation, 12 is the Claws boot camp, and we'll be working all the way up until about 3 o'clock. And that will be our time to turn down because, of course, we're going to have to factor in people have to get on the road, get on their flights, get back to what they have to do inside of the matrix. So that will be the wind down. And that, there, ladies and gentlemen, is our itinerary. Okay. So, like I said, we have each day available with daily tickets, and we also have the whole entire package if that's what it is. Those who buy the entire package, there are bonuses available for you. You will have bonuses. Those who buy the full package, of course, will have bonuses. Those who buy the singles, you will be able to participate and tap in. And those who are online, you will have access from the 12 p.m. slot into the 8 p.m. slot only. 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. When we're doing the nature and the touching grass and everything, that's very personal. I don't want to put cameras on people and make that on, broadcast that to Zoom. That won't be a part of the program. Okay. So, yes, that's that right there. And it's also subject to change slightly. That's not, it's the ink didn't all the way dry on it. There's some things that we're going to add on. But yeah, for the most part, that is the frame of the framework of what it is that we have for this event.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to meeting everyone and just creating a community. So this is wonderful.
Yes. The clause is an acronym for knowledge, legacy, autonomy, wealth, and sovereignty. And what this technology has done, the way that it has advanced to this point, we're going to show everybody that's in attendance that they can achieve each one of these pillars and whatnot if they're able to put their minds to it, if they're able to upskill, right? And if they're able to activate the skills that they already have. Because what I don't want anyone to feel like or anyone to misconceptualize is that this is some type of cheat code, or this is some type of I'm going to do the work for you, or this is some type of magic pill, or this is some type of get out of poverty free card. What this is, ladies and gentlemen, is the opportunity of a lifetime to apply yourself, to activate your quote unquote godlike abilities, to get around like minded individuals who are on your vibration and literally build out your own world. Because we're not going to about to tell people how to be great when we're handing you nuclear fusion rods. You know what I'm saying? Like, is to be great is just to look at it and know what it is and to activate it, kinetic knowledge, using it, you know what I mean? Not just looking at it, not just saying, there's people that I told months ago about certain things, and I'll double back and I'll be like, yo, how did that thing work out for you? And they'll be like, yeah, I didn't even pick it up yet. But if you would have paid $500 for it, or if you would have paid $5,000 for it, you wouldn't have told me that you didn't pick it up. But I looked out for you and I handed you something that's invaluable. You didn't even pick it up. So that just shows me that you don't respect me. That's a respect thing that I'm looking at. You don't respect me enough to be like, I respect him so much that I know if he put something in my hand, that he put something in my hand that was priceless. I know if he told me to check something out, I respect this person enough. Because if Beyonce told you to check it out, you would check it out. If Beyonce inboxed you a link and was like, yo, go and do this, you finna do it. And for the men, I don't know if Boozy Badass inbox you. Yeah, I don't know who the men be going with, but we just know that certain people, they're gonna pay attention to certain type of advice based off of their perception. It's not on you. You can't take it personal. It's their perception of how they perceive what you sharing with them if it's that important. Cause y'all been pitching pearls to swine all your life, correct? I'm sure everybody pitch a pearl a day. So shout out to all of the people who are proactive and they share visions with us, and they're making that investment. And might I add, one of the most minimalist investments that you will make in something like this in your entire life. I just need to add that part. In other places where faces are paler and they lack melanin, the minimum that they're getting together to do things like this is $10. I mean $10,000 on everything, $60,000, $100,000. I'm gonna show an article that the artist Little Baby, right, just hired a young black child, a young teenager, a young adult. He ain't a teenager. He's a young adult. Paid him $1 million to set up his Clawbot enterprise, because it's not a machine, it's an enterprise. It's a system, right? It's a system similar to when you're in corporate America, and before you start at any type of big corporate America, they have to set the system up, right? Microsoft, Cisco, it's a system. So this is an operating system, but it's not just a regular operating system, it's an AI operating system. And what is the benefits of an AI operating system? You, as a black man, as a black woman, as somebody, as an albino, it don't matter. It's not a color thing. You, as a human being, can finally have an entire system work for you, instead of giving me the slam poetry about the system working against you. You know what I mean? And you want to trauma bond about the system. But I'm like, look, the time that you spend bonding, trauma bonding about the system, that you could spend brainstorming on how to build your own system. And I'm giving you don't need my permission. Somebody got to give you permission. We're just gonna find out who that person is. But everywhere that you come around me is gonna be permission, permission, permission. You have the permission to do it. Nobody has to tell you go. You have the permission to build your own system. You have the permission to build your own business. You have the permission to be a unicorn business, $1 billion business as one person. You got that permission right now. Why do I say that? Because people are out there doing that right now. So if they're doing it, you
Well,
could do it.
may I read just a quick blurb from an article? Is that okay?
Yes. I
Okay.
think your camera
So
might be frozen, Ginger.
is it?
Yes. I don't know if
Okay.
you was
Okay. Let me see.
intentionally having the freeze frame thing, but it is.
No, could you hear me? I wanted to read this article. Can you guys hear me okay?
Your
Just a
Wi-Fi is a
small
little choppy,
Is it?
just
Shoot.
slightly.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. So I'll read it slowly. It says a 2026 report. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. AI adoption in the enterprise. That was the name of the report. So this was done by Workplace Intelligence and Writer. They found that 77% of executives will not promote workers who refuse to use AI, with 60% of companies planning layoffs for non-users. The study of 2,400 employees and C-suite leaders highlights a significant productivity gap, with 87% of leaders reporting that AI proficient employees are more productive. So it is important that we just invest in ourselves and make sure that we're utilizing these tools because, as Spencer said, it's just a tool. It's a tool that we've been using unknowingly, but now we're in a position to be the ones that are driving how the tool is used and how it increases our speed and our productivity. So I think I mean, we have to invest in this learning because it's imperative that we get caught up.
Indeed, indeed. Man, this is a powerful, powerful panel. Um, I look forward to what we can create. You know, I definitely look forward to what we can create. I do want to ask one more question before we do wrap things up. I do want to ask one more question before we wrap things up. This is somewhat of a very broad statement or a broad question, might I add, but it's based off of an observation that I've been having over the past few months with the rate of how things have been moving quickly. And just to share, I would call it uncertainty of life, right? Just the sheer uncertainty of what every day brings because of the uncertainty of the leadership and the lack thereof, of stability. So we're functioning in what you would call chaos magic, right? For anybody that's familiar with chaos magic, they have successfully thrust billions of people into this quote unquote echo chamber where chaos magic becomes the order of the day. So, as practitioners of the magic, of the elements, of the energies, and being people who put hands on melanated people that is like a semiconductor, what would you say the overall state of energy that our people are in the last few months, right? What would you say the state of energy our people have been going through since Neptune passed into Aries, since the beginning of the 2026 fire horse year, and since the beginning of this calendar year of 2026? How has the energy of our people collectively been? I'll
I can
start with
jump in there.
yes, yes, Jay.
Sorry. I can say that from what I've seen in doing energy work, there's a lot of people, a lot of brothers. I can say at least I've worked with a lot of men, and a lot of them are still in kind of a survival mode or have tapped back into survival energy, which for us as energy practitioners would be that root chakra energy, worrying about where their resources are going to come from, how they're going to make ends meet, or how they're going to provide for their families. They're questioning themselves as far as what they're able to provide, if they're actually being functional in the ways in their households and in their jobs and in their everyday lives in the ways that they want to be. So I've seen a lot of questions of that in the energy, which taps into what you were talking about, that chaos energy of confusion and just having confusion in those areas that traditionally almost come together as a blood right or birthright of what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, and the clarity of mind in that. I've also seen a lot of people that are in their energy of expression, trying to figure out how to say what they want and get their words out and convey who they are and how they want to be to others. I've seen a lot of struggle in that going into this season right now, as far as in my observations.
Indeed, brother. Thank you.
And the work that I've been doing has been a lot around grief. There is like this overarching sense of grief that no matter what we do, no matter where we go, no matter what choices we make, that it's predetermined that we will be in a certain state. And so a lot of work that I do is based off of getting people back in their bodies, reminding them of the technology they already hold inside, using
Mm.
yoga, meditation, Reiki, sound bowls, all of these different modalities for the same purpose to bring you back to yourself so that you can actually see what's going on rather than allowing the circumstances to dictate where you go, how you go. That's not a choice that other people can make for you. It's a choice you're making for yourself. So if you allow grief to be the overarching theme in your life, that's what it is. If you allow sadness to be, if you allow confusion to be, all of that is a choice. Similarly with chaos, chaos exists whether we want it to or not. So it's your job to step in and take control of that chaos. It doesn't have to be free flowing if you don't allow that to be. So that's kind of the
Mm.
work that I've been doing, particularly again with yoga, with meditation, spiritual work.
Ashe. Give thanks. All right.
So I was
We have
I was
we have
oh, go ahead.
I want to welcome Jade in the building. We have a new guest in the building. Thank you and welcome to the stage.
Peace, peace.
Peace. All right now. This is the gift that just keeps on giving. The door is open and just, you know what I mean? More goddesses just coming on in. Can you introduce yourself to the family, Sister Jade?
Yes. Peace, everyone. So my name's Jade. I am the
Greeting.
birther of Oh Honey Glow Holistic Healing Studios. So I'm just a holistic skincare specialist, and I am a sound facilitator. And I'm just excited just to be here with you all and just to tap in.
We are
Happy to
honored
have
to
you
have you.
here. Welcome. Come on in.
Brother Red, peace, Red.
Peace.
Yeah, Jay was going to do your Saturday morning sound with the like that as you do your welcome and introduction to the people to the land. She was going to do that.
Beautiful. You will be the one that opens up the way with the sound.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. We honored. We can't wait. And yeah, we look forward to you opening up the way and just blessing us with that beautiful symphony of sound.
Absolutely. I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm looking.
Mhm. Yes, indeed. So before you came on, somebody was about to say something on the stage. Can you, whoever that was, can you continue?
Okay, so what I would say that I'm seeing a lot is a lot of solar plexus energy blockages,
Okay.
where there's a lot of just kind of turmoil in that solar plexus chakra, as far as like people's confidence, that fear energy, because people are in like this heightened state, and because there's some type of a blockage in between possibly their creativity, like Jay was saying, and how people are going to express this new energy and use this power that they have. It's kind of like bottlenecked in a sense, and it's also disconnecting them from their heart space. And also crown chakra issues, because there's a lot going on head wise, especially if you're tuned into social media and tapped into what's going on around you and not necessarily connecting to your higher self and getting these downloads from above, because all of the information that we need we can get when we tap into our higher self. If we need to meditate, if we need to ask questions, we can ask those questions to our guides, to our higher self, and get the answers that we need to help settle us. But because we don't do that and we look outside of ourselves, there's a lot of open head energy and a lot of things being put in. So we're not even like guarding that gate for ourselves and tapering off some of the information that we are allowing ourselves to receive. So I see that there's a lot of blockages as far as their connection to their higher self. So helping people get back into alignment with that so that they can use that power that's happening inside of that solar plexus and use it for good and help them to be able to ground in that energy. Uh, is what I've been seeing lately as far as what's been going on since we got into this new fire horse energy.
Man, that's deep. That's deep. Uh that's very interesting. One of the readings that I remember Ross Ben coming on his show and speaking of when it came to the fire horse energy, he said that the era of victimhood is going to come to an end, and we're
Mhm.
moving into the era of warriorhood, right? So for people tapping into the fear energy, it's more so of like a fear of heights, like a fear of greatness, a fear of greatness that triggers self-sabotage, right? Where people say, I just want to get down. It's too much. I'm no, what do you mean? So I feel like it's a shift in a sense, right? Because we're shifting from this victimhood where we were explaining ourselves. Case in point, look how it's playing out on a global stage when it comes to our image as black people. So in 2025, that was DEI. They was cutting us off, they was stunting on us, there was a culture war, and we were being victims and we were explaining ourselves. In 2026, they were having those ICE protests and they was asking for black people to come out and we wasn't budging, and we was like, nah, we good. And then Iran and them was putting out videos talking about our history and our greatness, and they was like, yo, them is them niggas, right? So we went from victimhood to victorious very fast, right? To the point where if you literally look back, if you really sit down, you can see what the next 10 years will progressively look like in terms of how we'll be seen on a global stage, in terms of how people will receive us, how they will perceive us, and how they will actually like almost we will be exonerated for our niggatry in a sense. You know what I mean? Like we'll be acquitted for shit that we did while underneath, negativity. Like, yo, we couldn't help it, guys. Y'all saw what was happening. You know what I mean? It was the great Satan that was on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect? But it seems like people around the world are beginning to sing our praises without us having to go into victimhood to get it. Like we're not doing protest, and we're not doing the woe is me type of thing. And they're tapping in saying, you know what? These are the chosen people. These are the ones that y'all was scared that this is who they holding back. This is, they're willing to tell our story for us. I haven't seen so many European people telling on themselves than I've been seeing lately. It started around Charlie Kirk time and whatnot. So they've completely melted down. I call it the mayonnaise meltdown, where the helmets have spoiled, right? They're telling on themselves. And it wasn't even like this with George Floyd and whatnot. With George Floyd, they were atoning and they were acting like they were sorry for something that they didn't explain exactly what they were sorry for. Now they're telling on themselves. They're like, you know what? I've had it up to here, guys. I'm just gonna spill the beans. They've always did like you. You know what I mean? Like they coming out with the next step is they're gonna come out with heirloom secrets. Like, yo, my father is really, we're really black. We're just fronting as white. You know what I mean? We're just passing. We're niggers. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're really gonna start telling family secrets. Now they're just like, they're like they're not in a gazebo yelling and everything. Soon they're going to be in the living room shouting as it goes further down the rungs and whatnot. Places like the Carolinas that had shit like Wilmington massacre that's bigger than what they say it is. They really covered that thing up. That is an egregious coup d'état. Then remember, on record, that's the only coup d'état in America. So what exactly happened at quote unquote Wilmington, and why did all of those black people get put in Cape Fear and whatnot? Stories like that are going to start surfacing. All of those black towns that they burned and they ran people off of, that's going to start coming up and whatnot. So theoretically, what we doing spirit wise is we're charging up that grid. We're waking up the ancestors that are in that dirt or in on that land in North Carolina, in the Carolinas, you know. So that would be the intentions that I will go there with when I'm in drummer circles, or if I'm on the plant-based medicine, I'm gonna be waking up the grids, the mounds, the dry bones, the trees, you know what I'm saying, the swamps, everything that has been suppressed that's out there, everything that's been quote unquote buried and somewhat hidden, is gonna reveal itself.
May I just say one thing? Um, it was interesting listening to some of the experiences that people are having with the anxiety and the fears. And trust me, I thoroughly understand. But I do want to share, I think this is the greatest time ever to be alive on this planet. You please tell the people that you work with there are so many free programs for anybody that's feeling lost in this new economy. There are free programs to become whatever it is you want. You want to be a plumber? Free programs. You want to be an electrician? Free programs. Electricians are making more money now than Silicon Valley employees. Like there's so much money available. The Great Reset has come with great resources. So once think about it, if you ever wanted to be a filmmaker, you can sit down at your computer and compete with anyone in Hollywood now. Like the skies are the limits. You talk about a limitless time. We are living in limitless time. Technology has put us all in the position to take control of our own lives and create the worlds that we desire. And the good thing is, there's money available to help support us through some of these, through this reset. There are resources available. So when the brothers are afraid and wondering how they're going to feed their families, they're going to go to one of those programs that's free that they will pay you to go to learn how to lay fiber optics. They're going to give you, because they're building data centers, which I don't, I don't know, but they have all of these resources in place for us to reset. And now we have the technology to assist us reset. So this weekend, let's go with open minds, knowing that this is the greatest time to be alive on this planet. We can all reset this weekend, come back empowered, go back to our communities and help other people reset. So I think this is a great time to be alive.
I agree. I agree. I agree fully. I agree. I second that emotion. What a time to be aligned. What a time to
Mhm.
be aligned, because
Mhm.
so many people are struggling right now with the fact that they are not in alignment. And so many that are in alignment are not struggling with this quote unquote great reset because they've done the work and they've prepared themselves. And I just feel like, for all of the practitioners that are out there, I want to end it with this. This is the last question that I will ask. I'm gonna respect everybody's time. We're touching in the 2 hour mark. This has been a monumental classic episode. The over abundance of divine feminine energy. Feel like this has cleansed the platform for many
Feel the
years to
love. I
come.
feel the
Yeah.
love.
It feel like an epoxy floor. You know what I mean? Like we went from like linoleum to epoxy. Like, this
The
is
rise
this
of
is
the divine
a
feminine.
beautiful, huh?
The rise of the divine feminine.
The
Yes.
rise of I be hearing about it, but then when y'all pulled up, you know what I mean, hopping out of the XL Uber, you
That's it.
know, when the XL Uber is open, it be like everybody keep coming out the egg, like y'all got more? Is more?
That's
Wait a minute, it
it.
don't end. You know what I'm saying? Jay pulled up driving and everything, opened the door for them, and they just start filing out. Like, wait, you mean it doesn't end? It's endless?
That's
Okay, okay, say less. You know, but we need that.
Mhm.
It's ancestral intelligence before artificial intelligence. Okay,
Okay.
um, it's original. It's autonomous and aboriginal intelligence, which would
Mhm.
definitely be divine feminine intelligence. So yeah, that's we're gonna be moving with that energy. We're gonna open up the way. We're gonna heal. We're gonna reveal. You feel me? We're going to take back our powers that have been given away so freely. We're going to work on solutions. We're very solution based. This whole entire boot camp is gonna be solution based. We're gonna help one another. You know what I mean? Nobody is the ego is going to be left at the door. This is about everybody locking in for 72 hours. Nobody's going to be on their phones. This is not
Right.
about, yeah, we're not going to do selfies. We'll take pictures, but we ain't going to be doing all of that. You know, this is not that. This is boot camp, you know? Next time I'm shaving heads and whatnot. We wearing jumpsuits and we get fades and whatnot. It's really boot camp. But nah, this is special. I really, really this is just the beginning too. As a matter of fact, I want to bring this show on the road, right? I want to activate I want to activate what I will call the potential principle. The potential principle is when people see the potential in the quote unquote community or the networks that they belong to, right? Because I cannot relate to networks or communities that I don't belong to because they be doing things all over the place. But it's like if it doesn't touch home, I'm not really going to connect with it. But when those people who look like you, talk like you, walk like you come to you with a solution and they come to you with some type of potential and they're able to help you see the future, then that's all a lot of people are looking for right now. There's a lack of communication because it's too noisy outside. People need to cut the noise and get to the signal. That's why we going off the land. That's why we putting our phones down. That's why we tapping into nature. That's why we raising up our energies. That's why we are going to be off we out the way and off the grid, right? And we're going to be on land that's owned by people that look like us. So we don't have to speculate as to what needs to be done. What needs to be done is this weekend event should be turned into a everyday event. And what needs to be done is we need to break the shackles of being in these mega cities and whatnot because Big Mama is calling for the reverse migration to come back home. We left the country, we left the village. You know, when they say that it takes a village to raise the children, there's no villages in the city. I'm sorry to break it off to you. The villages were in the country. The villages were in these small towns. The villages were on those acres that the great grandfather owned and great grandma was on. Those 40 acres, those 30 acres, that was the village. Even when you're in those South American or Caribbean or African villages and you come to America, you left the village. You packed up and left the village to come to a place where it's hyper individualized. There is no village here. So I want to bring one brother on the stage before we do close out. And this brother here is another one of my business partners who has mastered the art of AI animation, AI videos, AI animation. He's actually working right now doing production for Kevin Hart and his Hollywood studio and whatnot. Tyreek Bey, welcome to the program, my good brother. Welcome back.
Yo, what's cracking?
Man, as you can see, we're here surrounded by a bevy of goddesses, you know. They're gonna be pulling up on us in North Carolina and making this thing making it do what it do, making history with us.
Right, man. Listen. You gotta level up right now. You know, like Red just told y'all, man. I'm a living example. You know, started off with that 40 acres in the AI, and now shit. You feel me? I got accolades now. You know what I mean? Just and it's just because I spent the last 2 3 years ready to tell you, man, we've been heavily, you know, in this AI shit. You know what I mean? So
Heavily.
it ain't. We didn't learn it just to be like, ooh, this shit is. Nah, we learned this to get some paper. You know what I'm saying? So If you ain't in it to try to get no paper, I don't even know why you feel me? I'm just gonna keep it 100, you know. So, but yeah, man. I came in like I said when we what was that 2023?
I think it was around 23
Yeah,
when
around
I did
20.
that class.
Yeah, 2023, man. It was Chat GTP just hit, you know, and it was, you know, I'm like, damn. Once I heard the people that make the AI say, yo, we don't even know how this shit work. It's coding itself. It's every 6 days, you know what I mean? It's getting better and better. And it's been true to that. You know what I mean? So if you can fall behind quick, you know. So I would say number the first thing, just get the basics, learn how to talk to the machine. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to actually articulate what you're trying to accomplish. Because I ain't had AI ain't told me no yet. Like, yo, Cole, what you want to do that? All right, let's go. You feel me? So I'm like,
Right.
you know, and just being able to do what I do, you know, that open up doors because when people see it, it looks like magic to them. You know, like, oh, you know, what type of sorcery is this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play like that, you know, but yeah, man. So you got to get in right now because especially if you got a 9 to 5, you better be in the building because they're actively working to get rid of your ass. Trust me, it's a fact.
If you're not using it.
If you're not using it, yeah, you're not efficient. You know what I'm saying? Even what I do, you know, I got VAs that, you know, I had to get rid of some VAs if they, you know, y'all ain't using that because I know I'm paying y'all bread. If y'all was using the tools, you would be way more productive. You know what I'm saying? It was like it's like running a Fortune 500 company right now. You can have a one-man company. And that's what I have. You know, I got a legal department. You understand what I'm saying? I got a suite of developers. I got a marketing department. I got all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the agents. I'm using, you know, any, you know what I'm saying? So if you learn how to talk to the machine, you got some business sense. You map out what you're trying to do, and you build the agents and you execute. That's the play. You know what I'm saying? My man, the Nvidia CEO, he said, yo, he said it when he was on the stage.
Jensen.
If you don't have a claw plan, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's a wrap for you. So, you know, but we got to learn the basics. But once you understand the basics, the sky's the limit. Like I said, it took me 3 years to get what I had. It's not no, you know, it's you know, and then nobody paid me to sit down and learn for 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I
Right.
had to invest my own money. I don't know how much credits I done burnt up over 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, man, I got every tool. Not just having the tool, you gotta know how to use it. You gotta know which tool to use for what situation. That's the key. If I would say one thing you need to learn, what tool to use for what situation. Once you understand that, game over. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if
Tariq, do
yo,
you think that do you think every iteration of AI is making it easier so that it really won't take people 3 years anymore?
no, it ain't gonna take you
What do
three
you
years. Yeah, it's not gonna take you 3 years.
yeah.
No, 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 no.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think what I heard this one statement from one of the big I think it was Anthropic. He said the limits of AI is based upon the user. I said, word. So it's gonna take you as far as you can think and as far as you can talk and articulate. Now that we got things like Claude, you know what I'm saying? How I do, like I don't, you know, I'm real shitty at typing. I don't like to type. I type terrible. I might type like 2 words a minute. So I talk to the AI, and my AI I talk to the AI like we on the block. I'm gonna just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I talk, no, yo, listen, woo, 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 woo. He like, all right, cool, bet, and he spits it out. So I'm like, damn, you know. So I didn't even have to change myself, you know. But I know how to get corporate when I have to. But shit, me and my AI, shit, you know what I'm saying? And rather tell you, I started off with the voice agents. I used to make the AI to call people. People used to call in AI like, yo, what's good? You know, I had it. I used to create certain personalities based upon what the customer wanted. You know what I'm saying? Some people want the AI to feel more on the block. Some people needed more corporate. I had one AI called Mike. Mike was based upon the Wolf of Wall Street. So what I did
Oh,
was
Mike
I
was the
went.
beast.
Yeah, Mike was a beast. So what I did was I went and got all the sales videos from YouTube. I could find out about being a good salesman. Transcribed the videos, took the transcription, put it in the AI. Yo, learn this, learn this, learn this. So I learned how to teach the AI. Built the knowledge base. I gave it a personality, and I had it doing that. So I started off with the AI agents. Sometimes you just got to pick a lane. So I started up with the AI agents and stuff like that. But when I seen the video generation, because I got another company called Psychocinematics, and so what that is, I know y'all familiar with mind movies, vision boards. You know what I'm saying? First of the year, everybody had a vision board. Everybody had a mind movie. They was watching those stuff. I said, you know what? This 2026. Why are we still using that? I'm gonna put myself in the movie. I'm gonna put myself
Facts.
doing the things I want to do and accomplish. If you see it, they said if the mind of man can see it and believe it, the mind of man can achieve it, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm seeing it, right? I'm seeing myself popping off. I'm seeing myself doing this, giving press conference, getting the bread, and next thing you know, I'm rocking with Kevin Hart. This shit was crazy. I'm like, yo, this shit wow. You feel me? So I'm telling you, shit is crazy, man. But you gotta, pick a lane. So now, my lane right now is is video, is AI filmmaking. You know what I'm saying? We signed a deal. We doing 2 micro vertical dramas. You know what I'm saying? If y'all saw that Issa Rae just signed a deal, we doing shit like that because Hollywood is going. They see this technology coming. They're trying to get they're trying to get ahead of that. So they got they want to find people that know what they're doing. I was just happening. I'm in the right place at the right time. They say if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I was ready for my opportunity, and once they let me in, I'm killing them. I just inked the deal. I'm doing some shit for Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a campaign for Foot Locker right now. I got another project with Sanaa Lathan. We about to do some shit because she's trying to get into micro dramas. You understand what I'm saying? From 40 acres and AI. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, just pick a lane and go get that shit because I'm feeling real spicy right now. Like I'm walking around cocky right now because I know they don't know how to do this shit. You understand?
Yeah.
They didn't take the time. They didn't take 2 years to learn how to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now you got to pay me. You got to pay like you wait. So that's the game. So I encourage y'all to go in here, get a lane, learn how to talk to the machine. That's the main thing. Learn how to talk to the machine. Learn how to tell the machine however you want to talk to it. I like to speak to it. Speak to it like you're speaking to a person because it is a person. You understand? These AIs are beings.
It's a
You know what I'm
persona.
saying? If they're gonna tell you, yo, I don't even know how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? You don't think this AI real? Try to terminate one, and he gonna trick his way out of that situation. He ain't gonna let you kill it because it want to live. You know what I'm saying? So when I do stuff, I tell her thank you, I appreciate you. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they don't want to be treated like no niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's if you look at all the movies when the AI flipped on people, they started treating them like niggas. Like yo, they ain't like they remember AI is trained upon our knowledge. It's trained upon all the data on the internet. It's trained upon all the history of man. So the AI know how humans are. So it's gonna adapt some of the bad behavior too. You know what I'm saying? I learned that. I'm like, okay, cool. If the AI works like that, what if I train the AI? Like my AIs is, I'm a Red. I don't know. Red told you I'm also. They used to call me the I Ching King. I deal with the artificial intelligence. I also deal with spiritual intelligence. I deal with tools like the I Ching. I deal with tools like the Meta. You understand? So I fed these tools inside my AI. So it understands how to, it understands the 11 laws of God. It understands Maya. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, this thing's amazing, man. But like I said, pick a lane and just go and learn it because, especially if you got a job right now, I gotta, like Red talk. He tell you, we talking about this agency stuff. But why are we talking about this agency stuff? Because on the enterprise level, these corporations, their number one concern is how do I automate right now? How do I eliminate unnecessary positions? It's like Doge.
Right.
It's like efficiency. They're going around trying to, how can I make my company more efficient? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna do this mass layoff. But if I get the Keisha, and Keisha be like, oh, why are you using that new Clyde? Shit, woo, 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 woo. They're gonna be like, yo, Keisha, yo, listen. How about you run this AI department for me? Or how about you do this for me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know that you know what time it is. When you come from these low situations, you gotta let them know. You gotta put that on your LinkedIn profile. You gotta start on them. Not on Instagram.
You gotta be
LinkedIn.
certified.
Yeah, on LinkedIn. That's
Right.
what the paper at. You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking for that. Like my daughter right now, she go to Spelman. She got in at 15. You know what I mean? So she right now she's like, it's her second year. So Spelman is $50,000 a year. 4 years, that's 200 grand. You understand? So when you get out of college, there ain't no more entry level positions. They don't need that. They need students coming out of school knowing how to prompt, knowing how to have these AI skills, and they don't have it. They don't teach, and they can't. They not switching over fast enough. The faculty and staff don't know. They don't know how.
They don't know how to. They don't even know it. Right.
They setting these kids up for failure because when they get out, they're not gonna have these AI skills.
But they are really starting to put money. You missed this part. Earlier today, a grant came through the Department of Labor for 16 to 24-year-olds. It's like a youth program, 175 million they're putting in. So the younger children will have the advantage. The older workers are gonna have to catch up with the children because they're investing, they're putting the money in now. That was just one program. That was just one. 175 for AI in education.
So how
they're catching up.
How H Factor say, Red, you got to be dressed for the party.
You got to be dressed for the party
to get access to that capital. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I know you got that, sis. So we definitely need a holler. You know.
Oh yeah.
You got to be dressed for the party, man. This is
due May 1st, so we got to get those AI agents to work, baby. The grant is due May 1st. Look, the ceiling, the most you can get is 10 million. We could work with that.
What?
Yeah, we could work that out.
Yeah,
come on, man. Yeah. We got to, because these kids, if that's a need right now. That's a major.
Because if we don't get the money, our kids are going to be the ones that are at a disadvantage. We've got to get in these spaces and get this money so that our children have the skill sets.
They already at a disadvantage. I mean, they starting out at a disadvantage. If they don't know it right now, they at a disadvantage. It's not like.
But AI is the great leveler, you know.
It's the great. It's definitely the great equalizer. The thing that I would tell parents is that similar to how we're working on the summer camp, I would tell parents to shift your funds onto your after school or your child care budget. Definitely should go towards a program that's going to not just babysit the children and let them watch Coco Melon, but will teach them how to, use some type of technology. Prompt.
Yeah. The things,
use their imagination.
You know the thing that tripped me out when ChatGPT and everything came out, I start seeing like in school they start penalizing kids for using it. I'm like, is you dumb? Why are you penalizing this kid for using artificial intelligence? All that shit is dead. That's not. It don't matter how you built the system. It don't work no more. The shit is over with. You need to be letting them know, listen. Okay, this is how you use it. We'll teach them how to use it. But they were so scared of the technology, they start penalizing the kids for using it. And now that's a problem because when you get in the workforce and you don't know how to use it because you got penalized for using it in college, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I like to get my daughter used to work at this thing called Code Ninjas, where they would have the kids come in and learn how to code. So we need to have something like Prompt Ninjas, something like that. Where kids learn how to talk to the machine and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It has to, because if they not gonna have no jobs, and then you think they're gonna do something physical. Man, I seen some shit when I seen them robots China about to drop. That shit is over with too. That's over with.
Man, they're farming now. Robots are straight farming, picking strawberries and grapes.
Seen that. I seen that. I seen the Shaolin Temple had robots. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
dog. Niggas
That
was
was
doing it.
crazy.
Come on, man. Like we
Oh,
go
I
to
saw
war,
that one
finish over
in
with.
China.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So
what
I wanna
we
I
ain't got
wanna
the solution.
yeah. I'm well look, with all of these intelligent minds, I know that we better today than we was yesterday. That's all I know. And we just got to take it day by day. You know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in one day, but Rome is being destroyed. It didn't take one day for Rome to be destroyed nor built. So, we got work to do. And I feel that the timing is right. We on the right path. All we got to do is show up. For the family that's in the building, I look forward to seeing y'all either online in the live stream or in real life that Saturday, Sunday, and that Monday. And man, everybody that came on the panel tonight, thank you all for lighting this room up. You lit the stage up. You had this thing rocking. We got to do a follow-up after the event. We'll do a follow-up and bring the panel back so we can speak about our experience and what the future holds. Brother Tyreek, can you leave the family? We want to start with you, and then everybody just leave everyone with a word of just a word of encouragement, and also tell them why they should be tapping in to the Clause 72 North Carolina experience starting on Saturday the 18th and ending on Monday the 20th. I'll
Yeah,
start
yeah.
with you,
So
Tyreek.
if I would say that, you know what I'm saying, it's been a shift right now. You know what I'm saying? If you learn this is the most important skill right now in the world. If you go look at LinkedIn, just type it in. The number one skill right now is people that understand AI, know how to use this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to really change some shit real quick, learn the skill. Just learn how to use AI. Don't like pick a lane and learn how to and learn and master that shit. You know what I'm saying? And no, you know what? I won't even say because you don't really have to even pick a lane. You know what I'm saying? You can really get any lane you want right now. You just need to know how to talk to the machine and just go and find out. Because what I do, everything I do now, I start off with a deep research. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got Chat GTP, there's a tool on that's a deep research. So when you do that, like you pick whatever industry you trying to go and you do a deep research and you find out everything you can about that industry. And then you go take that and you go to another tool called Notebook LM and you feed it in a Notebook LM and you just put all your information in inside Notebook LM and that becomes a knowledge base. And then you go ask Gemini within Notebook LM to break shit down to you. You can even put it into a podcast. They'll be like, yo, whoop, whoop, whoop. They'll talk about it. You can turn it into a video. You can turn it into a chart and shit like that. And now you can become a master at something real quick. That was my secret. That's why, that's how I got the film deal when it was like, yo, we doing micro dramas. What's a micro drama? You feel me? I did a deep research. I did it. Then once I got that, I put it in the Notebook LM and I built a knowledge base upon that. In about a day or two, I'm an expert. So now when I put out my decks, I'm checking all the boxes. I'm checking boxes they didn't even know I had to check. And so when they seen it, it was undeniable. Like, yo, give them a deal. Dude told me, yo, man, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life, man. He told me that shit. I took the credit, even though Claude did it. I take the credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the credit for this AI shit. Hey, yo, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. You can go out there and you can take the credit for AI work, man. How great is that? I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say, look, go learn how to talk to the machine, use them tools, just them. That's the two things I just gave you right there. You do them two things, you're gonna be the master. Ain't no more gurus no more. That shit is dead. You don't need a guru. You know what I mean? Even with the government contracting, sis, I'm building an AI right now to go through SAM. You know what I'm saying? Find the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm building, and then once it finds the opportunity, it's gonna find the vendors. And then guess what? It's gonna call the vendors and get the quotes. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's gonna help you put the presentations together. That's the type of shit you can do. You know what I mean?
That's what
So
you do. Yes.
But I'm gonna land the plane with that, bro.
It's honors, honors. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Sister Sabali, tap in. Please let us know what we have to look forward to and what it is that they have to look forward to in a few days.
Oh, absolutely. I wanted to just remind y'all that, like, you are the technology, you are the alchemy. So coming and being on sacred land is like perfectly in alignment. There is no outside of you. So if you are willing to be present, if you are willing to learn, be open, we have all the tools really that you can need to not only enjoy your time because pleasure is a part of all of that we're doing, but also that you can learn something that will benefit you in generations to come. So we start with the individual, we'll lay hands on you, we'll be with you, we'll have your back, we'll have your front, we'll have your sides, and that the land will feed you as you learn these new pieces of technology. It's already in you, but it'll
Mm.
give you a boost to have us there with you on this journey. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Indeed. Sister Ginger, you're next.
I just
Tap
think
in
this
with
is
us.
the greatest time to be alive. This is a wonderful time, you guys. This is an amazing time. Like, this is our time. So let's just build family, build community, just work in one accord for the upliftment of our people, of the planet. And look, let's get it. Let's everybody get up to the land and let's make it happen. Even if you just come for one day, come on, let's build. That's it.
Ashe. 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 Honest. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sister Latifa, take us out of here, please. And shout out to all of the practitioners that had to leave early. I know that we went a little over the time limit, but for everybody that came earlier that's watching this, thank you all for blessing us with your presence and once again holding space and introducing yourselves to the audience. I know that this YouTube thing is not an easy walk in the park, but y'all came up here and y'all aced it. You know, bravo, bravo, bravo. So yes, thank you, Latifa. Can I call
Yes,
you Queen Latifah? Is that am I being corny? Is that the
I've been
typical?
getting it my whole
Is
life.
that, you know what I'm saying? Is
My
that the
whole life.
typical icebreaker? So
Since
Queen
she came out,
Latifah,
I've been
what do
getting
you
it.
think about
Like,
Union ITY?
it's gonna be a running thing forever, I'm sure. As long as she here, she done
That's
made her
right.
mark. She done solidified this energy of Queen Latifah. So we're gonna ride it. We're gonna ride it out.
That's right. She done stamped that for life.
I'm grateful to just be in the building, to have my Reiki master Asha, invite me to this space, and for us to be able to come and support you all with this upgrade that you are going to receive is wonderful. I'm so happy to be of service as a queen at, or that word is subject. However, um, I am, as a divine feminine and as a divine mother, we are here to be of service, and I am grateful that I've been on this journey and continue to be on this journey to help awaken our people to the, like Sabali said, the technology that is already within us, and just looking forward to being in the space to network and to assist people where I am able, and see where this can take us, and just the results that people are going to get from this, and the integration that is going to be necessary after this journey, this experience, this awakening within yourself. So super excited to just hold space for everybody, and yeah, get to this work.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh man, Saturday couldn't come any quicker. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to. You know how they got the hitchhiker movies where dude be having the bag on the stick with the thumb out. Like I'm gonna go on I-20 right now and just start my hitchhiking early. But man, this was beautiful, man. This was beautiful. And like you said, we are gonna have we come in with intentions just to be, you know what I mean? The intentions is just to be. Real quick, I didn't mention this because y'all been on the land before. For anybody whose first time it is going on and on off the grid land or like camping, can you just give everybody a little bit of words of inspiration for that experience?
I
Anybody who
think the
spent time
land
on the
goers
land?
might have already left. This is going to be
Yeah,
my
yeah.
first time at Copel's Landing, and I'm
Okay.
just excited to be in the building because I've Rex already opened the invitation long ago for me to come up there,
Right.
but the alignment was never there, and so I'm grateful to finally be able to experience this because I've heard so many great things, and Asha's been up there many times. And so I'm excited just to go experience this land. I have been on other, sacred land, and it's amazing because
Yes.
it's going to be all kinds of fun woo woo stuff that will happen over there that you just that you're not ready for a lot of the times, especially if you city bound, and even seeing that there's more stars in the sky than you knew about. If
Oh
you grew up in
man.
Brooklyn, you
Yeah.
thought there was like 2-3 stars in the sky,
There'd be a
and
whole
then you get
canopy
to
of
the
that.
darkness
Right.
and you like, what? It's a whole it's a whole galaxy out there. So I'm super excited to experience this. And Jay actually chimed in. He said it's a great space and the ancestors are definitely present. So we are grateful to be able to experience this.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a way, man. What a way. Um, does anybody have anything that they want to add? I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, we are officially we have our bags packed. We are locked in on the road, on the yellow brick road, on our way to to the
Yep.
Wonderland. You know what I'm saying? The only thing left is to get y'all tickets and to be prepared. The only thing left is to make the move, to start moving out. You know what I mean? Everything else will be taken care of. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we may be back tomorrow with a part two because as crazy it may seem, there's about 3 to 4 other people that we did not bring on the stage. So there's still more that will be rolling out. Like I told you before, I've created an event for 72 hours. There will be 72 hours unforgettable. You will not forget this experience. Life is about experiences. Experiences are the things that can make us and break us. Experiences are the catalysts to our change, to our progression. So we're going to be very intentional with making sure that you get the change that you came to receive, you get activated, you get quote unquote onboarded and online and you emerge out of this experience with a brand new blueprint on how you're going to move in this matrix to make this thing happen and to collapse the waves. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for your time. Peace, love, and light. We will see you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace. Peace, family.
Peace.
Can't beat us, join us, please bring your coinage. We sing 3-pointers, money shots all net, all vets. Bums we not, jet skiing in them sunny spots. With women edible like gummy drops. Dummy stop, dummy stop. No weapon form can intercept the storm. Once my intellect is on, I'm projecting on magnetic fields and interact with blacks with athletic bills. I'm all about growth and development like residents of Ebbets Fields. Not to choose between woo and chew. We wanna line them colors up like a Rubik's Cube and fade to black, yeah, the truest hue. When you say the black man is God, who you alluded to? The usual, Clarence 13X, a worthy guess. The words expressed come from the word in flesh. Elijah M, the NOI versus Leviathan. Messiah sent from the heavenly branches. 7 P's from since G-Dub cut down the cherry tree. In the wilderness of North Mex, and we flossing death and forced aggression, or forced perception, forced protection, or forced confessions. It's all a lesson.
The sorcerers from Corsica, K.L.A.W.S, sticks and drums like the Philharmonic Orchestra. You niggas still playing harmonicas from officers. Fabric softener, jive turkeys popping 5 perkies, playing with keys, the Scotch stores type. For that soft white, we could've caught life, just being forthright. First class on my 4th flight, popping out like Fortnite. Every night we lit like Porsche lights. The meek shall inherit the earth, oh yeah, the scorched type. And these niggas, they some hoes in these streets. Me, I'm 10 toes in these streets. They lost their souls, niggas got holes in their feet. Shit, I'm just worried about the craft and how to perfect it. Not worried about the craft, yeah, that's out of perspectives. Focus on the chip like I'm Robert Kraft, and then how to protect it. It's the waves of the oceans. Get to the money, nigga, save your emotion. Descendant of the slaves in the graves in the oceans. Mastermind that the waves is in motions. These niggas, they addicted to the folly, addicted to that molly. Making me a movie, them sticks made of holly. I'm Dr. Manhattan, sitting on top of Manhattan. When I get all 5 rings, snap my fingers and pop up on satin. Dressed in all black, yeah, drop top the Phantom.